Hey Mexicans, welcome back to this new video where today we're going to be, this is my first mapping video, so we're going to be looking at a scenario where the United States of America releases Missouri and gives it to another country. We will be looking at multiple countries here, it's not going to be just one. As we're going to be looking at some contenders to see what would happen in the future and to see what would happen in the future. Now, people who live in Missouri will still retain memories from when they lived in the United States, so everyone who lives here knows that they were under American control, but right now they're going to be traded off to they're going to be traded to another country, like if they were because the Americans are selling it for some reason. So yeah, we're gonna begin drawing up the borders, and I'll get back to y'all when we finish drawing them up. Alright,
Alright.
so we got all of Missouri state borders drawn up. Now let's see.
Ethan, Ethan,
Now let's look at all the states that are contended to buy this. First
Ethan, unmute yourself.
first up we got Mexico. It would be the most likely since there's already a
Just,
city in
just, just,
Missouri
just know that
named
he's worried
Mexico,
about losing
Missouri.
me. That's all you need to know.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That's it. That's
Wait,
it.
what?
Ethan, you better
Wait, what?
lose.
Anyway.
Ethan, you better unmute yourself, Ethan, before I go.
Okay, let me focus on the video. Hang on. So basically, if Missouri was under Mexican control, Missouri would probably be a little bit different. Not too much, but to the point where maybe Mexican restaurants will be even more popular there. Who knows? Maybe even more. But other than that, being under Mexican control is basically like being under American control. So yeah, we practically got that scenario done. Now our next contender is Cuba. Now, knowing that they're a communist country, that is actually pretty different. But we will take a look at that when we get to that point. So, in Missouri, under Cuban control, everyone would be unhappy. Everyone would be suppressed, and the Cuban government would probably be a little bit authoritarian over these people, which eventually leads to a civil war in Missouri, which eventually puts it under an independence movement. Now, do they rejoin America? No, because if they're interested in selling Missouri, then something must have happened. But they would want to be annexed by America. But if that's the case, then maybe they'll take them in, so they can have their state back.
X.
Yeah.
Just to know, I'm gonna be muted, so I forgot to tell you that.
Oh, okay.
They need help in the shower before Mom tells me to.
Yeah. All right.
I'll be here. I'll be staying here still. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Of course.
so, womp womp.
All right. So there are more contenders, but Cuba is definitely not a good contender. Mexico is definitely a good one. However, Cuba was very authoritarian, and I don't think they would want that. So, next country on the list. It's actually Canada. Now, see, Canada here, it wouldn't be any different from American rule. Because Canada and America are, actually, pretty much the exact same country. Apart from a few things, but I'll be completely honest, Canada and the United States should really unite together, honestly. They don't really need to be under two separate countries, but here we are. But Yeah, it wouldn't be much different from American rule. The only difference is they get free health care, but that's pretty much it. If anything, being on the Canadian rule is a good benefit just because of the free health care. So yeah, there you go. That's the Canadian contenders. Now we have some very good colonial powers getting next contender. The next one is France. They had a history of owning Missouri before with the Louisiana Purchase. However, seeing as Missouri has distanced themselves away from French culture a bunch, I don't think that this would be a likely contender. And we're not even gonna mention the fact that they're landlocked, or else this scenario would be unfair for the countries. But yeah, with that, Missouri is under French control, and let's just say the Missourians actually kind of like this. Sure, American control was way better, and Canadian control would have possibly been better too, but the thing is, this isn't as bad as the Cuban control, and it's going to get far worse if two of the contenders, not all of them, but two of them. Speaking of which, the next one, we're done with the French contender. The next one is Britain. Now, I'm pretty sure that they had no history with Missouri. Spain definitely did, considering that they owned the whole Louisiana before France did. But Britain probably would be around the same as France. Maybe a little less in approval because they weren't ever owned by Britain, but it wouldn't be too different from French control. The only real difference here is probably the fact that they're not in the EU and they would probably be using the British dollar instead of the euro. Other than that, though, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I kind of stopped at that point. Serial just... I kind of stopped. Serial's the one who did it, so... Anyway, back to this scenario. I mean, if you are mad at me, they'll be mad at Serial. Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway. So, yeah, that's the British contender. That is the second to last country in Europe that we'll be discussing. The final one who we will be discussing is Spain, who has a history of owning the Louisiana Territory, and again, it's going to be the same as France, because they're going to be using the euro, and they're probably going to be good on healthcare too, like all the other countries. But let's be honest here, Spanish control, they've had a history of owning the land. They wouldn't mind that. Same with France. So let's be honest here, that's pretty much what Missouri would be like over there with that crap. They do have Spanish people there after all, so it doesn't make too much. It wouldn't be too bad. But now it's time for the two most stupid contenders of any cell in the United States. Any cell. And we're actually going to start here with Russia. Now, yes, they've been doing some bad stuff in Ukraine, obviously, which would make them a very bad contender for any Missourian purchase, really. But what if? Well, pretty similarly, we're going to have a civil war erupt, just like the Cuban one. And we will skip over the details because Russia can't really defend Missouri. One, because they don't have that much coast, and two, because Missouri themselves are landlocked. which would make them independent. And either they join the United States again. I mean, yeah, but it's just a scenario. It's just a scenario that I'm making with maps, so it wouldn't be too bad. I'm just making a scenario for a video. And I'm wrapping it up right now because the last one is North Korea. Now see, here's the thing. Sure, the Missourians wouldn't like it, but with North Korea, they are probably going to rebel they're going to probably rebel quicker than... They're probably not going to be able to rebel because North Korean politics are actually bullshit. And it makes me realize, why the hell would the United States sell Missouri in the first place? Because one of the largest cities in America is owned by Missouri, St. Louis. Why the hell would you think they want to lose that? And this whole scenario is fictional, so it was all a dream by the United States. And the fact is, it was a bad dream by the United States. Yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another mapping scenario, reaction video, or animation. Bye.